Okay, so the shot that somehow got the most views on my channel is from the 7-time loop. And people keep asking if it's a BL. Honestly, I don't blame them because the scene is between Kyle and his professor, where he makes Kyle drink a medication Rishi had created and then make him explain how awful it tastes. If you watch the anime, you know the scene I'm talking about. For people who don't know, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, if I didn't know any better, I'd ask if it's a BL too, but it's not. 7-time loop or 7-time loop, the villainess enjoy a carefully life married to her worst enemy is about Rishe, a noble lady who's stuck in a time loop, meaning she keeps living the same few years over and over again. Every time it starts with her engagement to the crown prince getting cancelled, her leaving, and then dying after 5 years because of the war caused by Galkin's emperor and its prince Arnold. But now Rishi had lived through this loop 6 times. This time, just as she was preparing to leave to live her 7th life, Prince Arnold proposes to her. She decides to say yes, hoping to avoid her usual tragic end because he's the reason she can't live past 20. She plans to enjoy a peaceful life while keeping an eye on him to stop him whenever he tries to start more wars. However, as Rishi spent more times with him, she realized he's not as bad as she thought. He's actually quite complicated, sometimes kind and caring, other times a fierce warrior. Throughout the story, Rishi uses her skills she learned in her previous lives, like being a merchant, herbalist, scholar, and a knight, to help the people around her and prevent the war that had already killed her 6 times. And as for the professor and Kyle, they are side characters. Kyle is the prince of another kingdom who is suffering from an unknown disease, and the professor is trying to find a cure for him. I have to admit, Kyle's character is really interesting because we also get to see him interacting with Rishi in her past life where she had lived in his kingdom. Anyways, Kyle and professor are the side characters and not into each other. Well, they could be, but I haven't read anything about them like that so far. So I'd say they're just friends, colleagues, or whatever you want to call them. Moving that aside, let's talk about season 2. It's going to be an year since the anime came out, and so far the season 2 hasn't been announced or even confirmed yet. But considering the anime have 7.7 rating on my anime list, and the fact that Studio Kai is a new and rising animation group, they might listen to our calls. So maybe we get the announcement for season 2 in 2025 or so. Not to mention the storyline is already written, since the anime is an adaptation of a light novel. To me, it's a great reincarnation story, and I can't wait for the season 2 to finally be confirmed. Till then, if you want to continue your journey with Rishi, Arnold, Kyle, and his professor, like I did, you should give the manga or the novel a try. The manga has reached volume 3, but it's a bit behind the anime. It's currently at the scene where Rishi jumps off from the balcony of her room into Arnold's room and he catches her while letting go of his sword. So yeah, it's a bit behind anime. And as for the light novel, the anime covered volume 1. So you can start by volume 2 if you want. You can read the manga on Manhwa Clan or Google Play or buy the copies from Amazon or any manga shop. The light novel is also available on Amazon and Google Play. And if you want to download them, you should go to the J Novels website. If you still can't find them, I made a Discord server. Though I barely have any idea how to use it, you can still join me there and I'll try to send them to you. The link is in my description. That's it for now. Take care of yourself and bye bye.
I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change.